Okay guys, our lesson today is to be able to find the surface area of pyramids. Alright, we're going to be looking at different types of pyramids. Even though many well-known pyramids have square bases, the base of a pyramid can be any polygon. Right? We name pyramids by the shape of the base. So if we look at this first example here, notice that the base of this pyramid is a triangle, right? This is the base here. And because that base is a triangle, the name of that pyramid would be a triangular pyramid. If you look at our second pyramid, notice that the base of the pyramid is square. Hence the name square pyramid. We name pyramids by the shape of the base. This last example here, the base is a hexagon, right? There are 6 sides there. Hence the name, hexagonal pyramid. An important characteristic of pyramids is that the lateral faces are always triangles. The lateral faces are the faces that are not bases. And if you look at each of these examples, as I'm highlighting here, the lateral faces, or the faces that are not the bases, are always going to be triangles. Pyramids have that characteristic. One base and the lateral faces are triangles. Alright, so let's take a look at how we would find the surface area of the pyramids. Okay? A regular pyramid is a pyramid whose base is a regular polygon. The lateral faces are triangles, right? We just highlighted that. The height of each triangle is called the slant height of the pyramid. All right? So if you look at this example here, right, we have a base that is a square, so the name would be a square pyramid, or a rectangular pyramid is fine. Notice that the lateral faces are triangles, right? These are the lateral faces. The lateral faces are the faces that are not bases. They're triangles. The slant height, right, is the height of each one of those triangles. All right? The slant height is this distance here, right? The slant height is the height of each one of those triangles. Okay? So, let's take a look. Let's close that a bit. All right. Here we have a net of the rectangular pyramid. Right. Here's our rectangular base. The faces, lateral faces, are triangles. And here's our slant height if we're looking at this figure opened up. The surface area is equal to the area of the base plus the area of the lateral faces. And also, this is going to be important here for grade 7. We're going to be looking at regular polygons, where all the sides are congruent and all the angles are congruent. The bases of our figures will be regular polygons, meaning if we're looking at a rectangular pyramid, the base will be a square because that is a regular polygon. It is a regular quadrilateral, meaning all the sides are the same. If the base is a triangle, then we're looking at an equilateral triangle, a regular triangle, where all the sides are the same. Okay, so let's take a look at an example here. We want to be able to find the surface area, and I like for students to do the following. Okay, surface area is going to be equal to capital B, which represents the base area, plus the lateral area. That's the way I like for my students to start writing the formulas in grade 7. The base area is represented by the capital B, so the base area is this figure here, right? Well, because we're looking at a square base and a square, all the sides are the same, the surface area for that square base is going to be equal to the length of the side squared plus the lateral area. Well, what's the lateral area? The lateral area is right? The area of all the triangles. Well, how many triangles are there? There's one triangle, right? Two triangles, three triangles, and then the front triangle, four. There are four triangular faces. So the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height, right? But we have to take that 1/2 base times height. We're going to have to multiply that by, right, 4, because there are four triangles where we have to find the base times height. So that's the formula that we're going to use to find the surface area of any square pyramid. So what's that going to look like? Surface area is going to be equal to 5 squared, because S, right, here's our S, our side is equivalent to 5, plus 1/2. Well, what's the base and the height? Well, the base here of our triangular face is 5. What's the height? The slant height is 8. So that's 1/2, right? 5 times 8. But then we have to multiply that by 4, right? Because there are four triangular faces. So the surface area is going to be equal to 5 squared is 25 plus, well, what's 1/2 of 5 times 8 times 4? Well, what's that going to be? That's going to be, let's see, that's going to be 80. And then our surface area is going to be equal to 25 plus the 80. So the surface area is going to be 105 square inches for the surface area of that rectangular pyramid. All rectangular pyramids are going to be found the same way. Alright, so let's look at this next example here in words. It says, what is the surface area of a square pyramid with a base side of 9 centimeters and a slant height of 7? Alright, well, our surface area is going to be equal to capital B plus LA. Capital B is the base area, LA is the lateral area. Surface area is going to be equal to, well, what's the base area? Well, the base is a square and those sides are 9, so that's going to be 9 times 9, or 9 squared for the area of the base, plus the lateral area. Well, the lateral area is going to be 1/2 the base, which is 9, times the slant height of 7, but we have 4 of those triangles because we have a square pyramid. So we have 4 of those triangles. So the surface area is going to be equal to 9 squared is 81. That's the area of our base. Plus, well, what's 1/2 times 4 times 9 times 7? It's going to be 126. So the surface area is going to be equal to 81 plus 126. So that's going to be 107 square centimeters. Alright, let's try a couple more. Okay, so we want to find the total surface area of that pyramid, and we want to round to the nearest tenth. Alright, start with our formula. Surface area is going to be equal to the base area, capital B, plus the lateral area. And remember, the base area is this area here, right? It's simply the area of the base of the pyramid. So that base area is going to be 4 times 4. So the surface area is going to be equal to, right, 4 squared. So it's going to be 4 times 4, or 4 squared, plus the lateral area. Well, what's the lateral area? The lateral area is 4 triangles, and each of those 4 triangles is 1/2 the base, which is 4, times the height, which is 9. And then we just do the calculations correctly. Surface area is going to be equal to 16 plus 4 times 1/2 times 4 times 9. That's going to be 72. So the surface area is going to be equal to 72, 82, that's 88 square inches for the surface area of that figure. Alright? Okay, now remember, that's how you find the surface area of square pyramids. We find the base area first. The base area is that capital B, and then we find the lateral area, right? The base area will be the area of a square. If it's a square pyramid, the lateral area will always be triangles. But there are 4 triangular faces because the base has 4 sides. When we move to our next example, finding the surface area of a triangular pyramid, it's going to be a little bit different. Why? Well, because the base area now is the area of a triangle. So we still start off with surface area is going to be equal to the base area plus the lateral area. Right? But that base area, right? That base area is going to be 1/2 base times height plus the lateral area. Well, the lateral area has how many triangles here? It has 1 triangle, right? 2 triangles. It has 3 triangles, right? Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. The lateral area would be 3 triangles, so that's going to be 3 times 1/2 base times height for my lateral area. Right, so my lateral area is here in red, my base area is going to be here in black. And now we just have to make sure we punch in the numbers correctly. So the surface area is going to be equal to 1/2. But it's 1/2 of the base times the height of the base. Well, the base is 10 by what? Right, 10 by this height here is 8.7. So it's going to be 1/2 of 10 times 8.7 plus 3 times 1/2. Well, what are the base and the height of the triangles? Well, the base and the height is going to be the 10, right, by the 14. So that's going to be 10 times 14. Now we use our calculators, right? Surface area is going to be equal to, well, what's 1/2 of 10 times 8.7? That's going to be 43.5 plus 3 times 1/2 times 10 times 14. That's 210. So the surface area is going to be equal to the 43.5 plus the 210. All right, and that's going to be 253.5, 253.5, and those are going to be square meters. All right, so we'll do a couple more of those. Let's try another triangular pyramid. So we start with the formula. Surface area is going to be equal to the base area plus the lateral area. But remember, the base area, because it's a triangular prism, is going to be 1/2 base times height. But then the lateral area, because there are only 3 triangular sides for the lateral area, the area that is not bases, so it's going to be 3 times 1/2 base times height. So the surface area is going to be equal to 1/2. Well, what's the base and the height of the base here? Well, that's going to be 10 times, this is 8.7. So that's 10 times 8.7 plus, this is going to be 3 times 1/2. Well, what are the base and the height of the triangles? Well, that's going to be 10 by 12. All right, that's going to be 10 by 12. So the surface area is going to be equal to, let's see, 1/2 times 10 times 8.7. We know that that's 43.5 plus 3 times 1/2 times 10 times 12. That's 180. So that's going to give us 223.5 square feet for our surface area. All right. All right. We'll try these last couple of problems. All right. These last 2 here. All right. Let's see what this is going to look like. So we want to find the total surface area. Right now, you guys should probably try these on your own. Right, so I'd say stop the video. Try to do these 2 problems on your own, and then I'd say restart the video to see if you do them correctly. All right. So you could do that at this time, but I'm going to go ahead and do these problems. Okay, notice that the base here is a square. So the surface area is going to be equal to capital B plus the lateral area. So the capital B is going to be the length of the side squared. Well, that's going to be 6.4 squared. Plus, now the lateral area, there are 4 triangular sides, right? Because there are 4 sides to that base. So it's going to be 4 times 1/2 base times height. Well, what's the base and the height? Base is going to be 6.4 and the height is 6.1. So the surface area is going to be equal to, that's what, 40.96 for the 6.4 squared plus the 4 times 1/2 times 6.4 times the 6.1. That's going to be 78.08. So we add that together and our surface area is going to be 119.04 square centimeters. Alright, let's circle that. Alright, and we will continue. Alright, this next example. Let's see, what do we got? Okay, it's a triangular pyramid, so the base is a triangle. So the surface area is going to be equal to the base area plus the lateral area. Surface area is going to be equal to, well, what's the base area? Well, the base area is a triangle, so that's going to be 1/2 base times height plus the lateral area. There are 3 triangular sides, so it's 3 times 1/2 base times height. So the surface area is going to be equal to 1/2. Well, what are the base and the height of the triangle? It looks like the base is going to be 9 and the height of the base is going to be the 7.8. That's what it looks like. So that's 1/2 times 9 times 7.8 plus 3 times 1/2. And what do we have for the slant height here? The slant height is also 7.8, and this is times 9, right? So that's going to be times 9 and then 7.8 here. So the surface area is going to be equal to, what's that, 35.1 plus, what's this, 3 times 1/2 times 9 times 7.8, that's 105.3. So the surface area is going to be equal to, what's that, 140.4 square millimeters. All right, so just, keep in mind, what is that base, right? That's the key here. What's the base? If the base is a square, you're going to find the area of the square, and then you're going to find the area of 4 triangles, and you're going to add them together. If the base is a triangle, you're going to find the area of a triangle, and then put all of that together. All right, I keep getting these pop-up messages from my students who have questions. I'll get to you guys in a little bit. I got a couple more to do here, and then I'll get to your questions. Okay, now suppose if you get something like this, right? The base is not a square, right? The base is not a triangle. The base is actually a hexagon. But you're actually given the area of the base here. So the surface area is still going to be capital B plus LA, but you're already given, right, your capital B. Your base area is 439.1. So then we need the lateral area. But how many triangular faces will you have for that lateral area? Well, if the base is a hexagon, which has 6 sides, that means then you're going to have 6 times 1/2 base times height, because you're going to have 6 triangular faces. So your surface area is going to be equal to the 439.1 plus 6 times 1/2. Well, what are the base and the height? Looks like that's going to be 13 times 30. 13 times 30. So your surface area is going to be equal to, what's that, 439.1 plus the 1,170. So the surface area is going to be equal to 1,609.1 square meters. Alright, so don't be too upset if you get, a pyramid where the base is something else. You just find that base area, and then you're going to have to find the area of triangles, because by definition a pyramid has triangular faces for the lateral area. Okay, let's look at our last problem. It's a word problem. The surface area of a triangular pyramid is 305 square inches. The area of the base is 35 square inches. Each face has a base of 9 inches. What's the slant height? Oh boy. Well, let's start by writing the formula, right? Capital B plus LA, right? We've done that a lot. Surface area is going to be equal to, well, it's a triangular pyramid, so that means the base is 1/2 base times height. That also means that you're going to have 3 triangles that are 1/2, right? Base times height, because the base is a triangle. So now we substitute what we know. 1/2 base times height. Well, we're told, and I should have done this here, right? We're told that the base area, right? The area of the base is 35 square inches. So we're told what that capital B is. That's 35. Plus 3 times 1/2. Well, we're told that each face has a base of 9, right? We're looking for H. So now we do a little math. Surface area. We're also told, and this is my bad, we're told that the surface area is 305 square inches. So I should have, at this step here, replaced surface area with 305. We're looking for H. So now our next line is going to look like this. 305 is equal to 35 plus, well, what's 3 times 1/2 times 9? That's 13.5. And then we're still times H. Two-step equation here, guys. Multiplication and addition. We use the inverse operation. So we're going to subtract 35. Subtract 35. That's going to give us, 270? It's going to be equal to 13.5 times H. And then we're going to divide both sides by 13.5. Divide by 13.5. They cancel. So we get 20 inches is equal to the height. Alright? Now that's a little different type of problem, a little tougher, but it is something we should be able to do. Alright? Just remember, when you're finding the surface area of pyramids, the base is the key. Alright? We find the area of the base first, and then we find the lateral area, and we add those two amounts together. Alright? I hope that's been helpful.